Talking Addy, Ben, Mike, and Armin, all in one place, breaking down every single pick from our first 2026 Dynasty startup. No filter, no sugarcoating. This is Fourth and Fantasy. Let's roll.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't follow no script. I make my own lane. Got a spreadsheet mind and a red rash brain. Dynasty beats got that tape in my veins. While they drafting by names, I'm exposing their game. No cap. We study the craft like film room rats. Gyms in the fourth while they stuck in the past. It's levels to the dynasty. Keep or flex. From rookies to pros, we demand and respect. That's real. And I ain't never need clout for my clout to show. Just a mic I take and a team I grow. This ain't just picks, it's Principal G. It's Fourth and Fantasy where you build your
Bow. We're 10 toes down and we stand on facts. This is Fourth and Fantasy. Back at it again. And as you see, we got a full crew tonight. I think this is the most people we've had at one time on Fourth and Fantasy, setting records tonight. But fellas, how we feeling?
Feels great.
All right, all at once.
I know.
Everyone all at once. This is a
know.
multicast too, but go ahead, Addi. Get us started.
I'll go first. I'm coming off a 7-hour flight delay coming out of New York for a work conference, so I'm slightly dead right now, but I'm ready to break down the picks. You know, it's nice when you had the best draft in the room, so you don't really got to be sharp. You just let the show come to you. But I'll pass the talking stick over to Armin up top.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me. Appreciate being on this show. Still feeling good about the Super Bowl, but as we move into just a higher draft season, it is starting to wear off on me. I'm wondering where K9's going to go, but yeah, we'll talk more about that later maybe. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Ben, how we feeling?
Yes, sir. So I came ready to defend all my picks because I know which ones are going to get attacked tonight, and I know by
All
who.
of it.
It's the man below me.
And we got
Nobody's
got
gonna be
Big
below
Mike.
you.
Whoa. And we got Big Mike in that house. How we feeling, big dog?
Good. We're loving this offseason right now with all these fucking moves that are happening almost every day in the NFL. So it's an exciting time to be a fan and an exciting time to make a fantasy football podcast too.
Hell yeah. And as y'all know, I'm Huncho, and this is my guy.
Siriaco, call me Rocco.
And we are your fantasy playbook to more championship wins. And Rocco, what are we the land of?
We're a fantasy football podcast for Dynasty Sickos by Dynasty Sickos. Man, everybody is welcome.
Everybody's up.
And I think it's so cool, that Armin's on a podcast with 6 people just in case Addi ditches him. He'll still have somebody to talk to.
Hey, listen. Man of the peoples. Addy, do you have a rebuttal to that? Come on now.
I mean, one of the two guys, one podcast are on this stream. I don't know where all this animosity is coming from. I think it's because I'm wearing the Peppers jersey, but just happy to be here tonight, man. I'm really excited to justify some picks. Like, this league, I've already done a full team swap, so none of the players that I'm breaking down are the ones that are still on my roster. So we're gonna see how this goes.
That was a good trade, by the way. We'll talk about the trade later.
It's a fair
good trade.
And just want to say, shout out to our boy Chev. He couldn't make it tonight. Hope you feel better, big dog. Definitely going to do this again. But as I said, this was our first Dynasty startup of 2026. As y'all know, I am in way too damn many. But when I'm with my peoples, when I'm with my good dogs, I don't mind jumping in one real quick. You know what? Let me go ahead and share this screen real quick for y'all. Boop, bop, booty, dig, dot. Now, Bijan Robinson. Let's get to it. Let's get funky now. He is the 101. And I just want to, before we get to the rest of round one, do we agree Bijan Robinson 101? Are we feeling comfortable going that way, that direction? Addi, I'll let you hit this one first.
I love Bijan at 1. I think he is a justifiable pick, especially with Algier out of that offense. But the second Montgomery left Detroit, Gibbs should be in that conversation too. And I think it makes it more of a fluid one. If you're looking at running back, Bijan's a good pick. And where is Mike?
Yes, I'm trying to get him back on the goddamn screen over here.
Dude, I told you, he gives off little guy energy.
I didn't even do anything. You guys kicked me off.
Like,
Now you kicked Addi and Rocco.
no, we must see.
Oh,
God damn, get the hell, man.
Oh, that's big guy energy right there.
I'm glad we talked
There
about,
we
glad we
go.
talked about this beforehand.
Now
There
we're
we
like
go.
Addi on his own island over there.
Hey, no.
I like it this way.
Hey, you know what?
Oh man, this is great. Yeah,
Bring it
yeah.
back
I'm not doing Bijan at 1. Sorry.
That's fair.
No Bijan out.
We
No
should.
Bijan out.
we
If
should
I
specify
want
that-
Bijan that bad, I'm trading back.
we should specify that.
I don't know that
it's,
he's going that far, though.
2.25.
that's true. Yes, and I think a lot of
We
people
should
forgot about that
specify
this
that.
draft.
It is 0.25 per rush for the running back.
That is true. That is true. That was a very key.
That's essentially another
factor.
almost 100 points for 300 carries. So
I actually wasn't surprised he was first off the board when I saw it, given that it's
I
a
was
punt.
surprised.
And I think Kevin Stefanski is going to unlock him even more. And yeah, was not.
And then let's move to the 1-2. Drake May is the new QB1 taken off the board. Did we see that in front of Josh Allen? In front of I guess Josh Allen really is the only guy you would think would go ahead of him. Are we filling Drake May in 2026 as QB1? I still feel comfortable going Josh Allen, but I'll let Big Dog Mike answer this one.
Yeah, especially now that they let Diggs go and we don't really know what the wide receiver position looks like. I still would have gone Allen before May, but I get going youth with the Allen upside and Drake May.
Is this real life?
What happened?
we lost you.
My fault, though.
Basically, after they got rid of Diggs.
Is it because we're moving screens around every goddamn second?
I feel like I'm on drugs right now.
Yeah, we're playing. What's that? Circle gets a square,
Man.
and every fucking buddy keeps
Yeah,
Fucking
we're
circle
pretending.
jerk.
This is my fault. I hit the wrong button. My fault, Mike. I meant to turn the screen back off. But Drake May, the new QB1 of 2026. He's young. He did take the Patriots to a Super Bowl. I guess I'm not hating the move, but I think I still like Josh Allen. If I'm in that general vicinity in the draft, I'd rather have Josh Allen on my team. Who is on the Josh Allen side? Ooh.
At this point. Who does Drake May have to get to be the 101? Because there's a player or two out there that if they sign him to the roster, I'd feel pretty comfortable with May at 1.
Hey, guess who it is, Mike? Guess who it is, Mike? AJ Brown. AJ Brown.
They tried to offer him a
I was
first and
hoping
a
we
third,
said.
right? And they got turned down. Is what the rumor.
I think we're doing it out of. I honestly think they turned that down out of pettiness because they can't. AJ Brown keeps talking about how much he wants to play for the Patriots one day, how much of a Patriots fan he is, and they were like, you know what? We ain't fucking sending you there. You're stuck. I hope you like learning Chicago.
I honestly feel like it's gonna be a ransom for them to move AJ Brown, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, we tried," but yeah, AJ Brown doesn't want to be there though. Do him a solid, just send him off. Let him go be a Patriot.
It sucks. You're gonna hang out here for a while.
Let Smitty become your new wide receiver 1 since he's that dog.
Addi, how excited were you to get a Josh Allen at 3?
Oh, sorry. Have my dice on the wrong order. Yeah, pretty excited.
Hey, fuck Huey.
You know I'm a prop guy, but dude, absolutely thrilled to get Allen at 3. Not on my roster anymore, but it was fun while it lasted. Think he's going to be great with DJ Moore. Like, I love what they're doing with that offense, because if there's a player that DJ Moore reminds me of the most right now, it's Stephon Diggs when he went over to Buffalo. They're both from Maryland. They both play that slot plus role. I'm real excited to see what Josh Allen's able to put up with a bona fide wide receiver one in his offense again.
I think that's still a good value pick, honestly, for a person who was legitimate. Almost messed up that word. Legitimate.
Yeah, you sound like Kevin Garnett when he was trying to say equivalent.
Yo, listen. Hear me out.
Hey,
Yo. Sometimes words are hard.
Chris had as many as the Cowboys took this year.
Sometimes words are hard. You hear me? But sometimes I feel like you got. All I'm really trying to say is I feel like you got really good. You get really good value. That's how I feel. Picking on the little guy, but shout out to
Speaking of good
getting.
value, how did you like getting Chase at 4? That is literally the first time I seen you not take CeeDee Lamb in the first. So congratulations. You too realize he's not a first round pick anymore. So good. That's a good thing.
I mean, I would have gladly taken him in the first round if I was at the later first. I mean, that 109, that 108, that 110. But at the 104, I feel like, and hear me out, y'all. I was one of those people. Even if I had the 101, I'm taking fucking CD because nobody can have him. I'm not doing that no more. Now it's
Down
let
seasons
me.
will do it.
Yeah, you feel me? Hey, listen, sometimes it takes a little bit longer to learn, but me getting Jamar Chase at 104, I actually really love that spot. I still think Jamar Chase is wide receiver one, no matter how big of a fandom I have for my boy CD. I can admit that Jamar Chase is the NFL's wide receiver one. Okay, all right, Mike. I mean, JSN's up
That's
there.
nice.
JSN's up there. I'm not gonna fight you on that. But I believe in 2026, CD gets back to that top 5 era. But so that's gonna be another hot take. But let's move on to the 105. Oh yeah, fuck that guy. First off, okay, no, I'm not going. Sorry, I'm sorry. Almost went full go mode. We have our boy Euroballer. He's in the Discord. Appreciate him joining this. I know he's been asking to join a startup with us for a little bit. I was glad we was able to get him in. Jaden Daniels, y'all. How are we feeling about Jaden Daniels in 2026 after basically his elbow doing the cha-cha slide out at the socket?
At least
Is
it
he
wasn't a
somebody
throwing
who?
arm, right?
No, I don't think so. It wasn't on his throwing arm, but nevertheless, I feel like Washington always just has bad luck with quarterbacks and them getting hurt. But they also did him no service by playing him in meaningless games that didn't matter last year. So I feel like that's the typical Commanders way. And as much as I like to give Mike shit for being an Eagles fan, I give more shit to the damn Commanders because they think they're somebody, but they're really not. But Ben, talk to me. Or actually, Armin, I want to hear it from you for a little bit more. Then I get to you, Ben. Armin, how are we feeling about Jaden Daniels? Is he someone that you would comfortably go with your QB1?
I mean, Commanders have new ownership. It's a new culture there. Maybe this time's a little different. I mean, Jay Daniels, he showed that he is special, but I'm a risk averse guy when it comes to injuries. You know, I think he does have a better year next year, but I liked getting Lamar Jackson at 109. I would have taken him instead of Daniels there. It's sort of like if you believe JD and what he's gonna do, what he showed his rookie year. This is a fine pick, but me, I'm personally not waiting around to see. I think there were better options.
Felt that. And let's move over to Gino then. And then we get to our good boy Rocco, still in the first with the JSN. We'll talk about how you felt about getting potentially what someone would say their wide receiver one at the 108. But Joe Burrow got hurt last year, so he didn't have a full season. But hey, I still think he might be a dog and give you, I don't know, top 5-ish. I would say production from the quarterback position. Are we rolling with Joe Burrow in 2026? I feel like Jamar Chase is up. T. Higgins, if he can stay healthy, he's up. There, Chase Brown stepped up quite greatly. Go ahead, Mike.
I like what Crispy said in the chat here because that's exactly what I was going to say. Is that poor man has to face Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Mason, Crosby. He's got like literally everybody, some of the best edge rushers in all of football with the worst offensive line in football. That's absolutely terrifying. Let's just hope he can stay healthy because that's usually his calling card. But yeah, he is when healthy, a top 5-6 guy when it comes to fantasy points, quarterback wise.
For sure. And just getting back on the chats. Jamie, I'm not a fan of building around a running back, but Bijan is the guy to do it. I agree. Go Falcons. Plus, I kind of like the way he built the team and ended up pretty strong. Yeah, not mad at it at all. We got Devi Sensei in the house. What's good? What's popping with you? Oh, hold on. You're not gonna be doing that to me, bro. You're not gonna be playing. You're not gonna be playing on my head top.
Whoa, gee whiz.
Honcho, bro, you're my number one. Hey, appreciate you, big dog. And pick his number one. Hell, I know that who's just said that. Rocco, go. Devi Shifu in the cribbo. What's good, player? And then lastly, Jamie says, Rocco, I love the build on your team, except Sutton, Kamara picks seem too old for the team.
He said, I love your picks, but 25% of it is actually bad.
I like to get that production because I can flip that shit for picks at some point if I really want to. I'm just accumulating value. I'm not building a team to start in week one in the draft.
Now, Rocco,
I like Rocco's build too. I like Rocco's build a lot. I said it in the chat, and I hate admitting it, but
it's okay. I mean, you seen my work.
He said, "You know what I do? I be in these streets." Now, Rocco, talk your shit. You got JSN at the 108. Talk to us about that one.
Yeah, I mean, he spent most of the last season running 4 yards per route run. I mean, that's. I mean, you start there, and you don't have to go much further than there. If he gets 120 targets, he's going to be a top, 8-ish guy yearly. And he can get a lot more than that. He's shown the proclivity to be a target monster, and he looks exactly like all of the guys that are killing it right now. So yeah, it's going to continue. I don't care about the OC change. He showed that he can get open in a variety of different ways, and it can be argued that he's just as valuable as Jamar Chase right now. So.
Hell yeah, I can get behind that one. That's like 50%.
Jamie better
Rocco low key good, but we can't be building him.
Been doing this for a long time, long time, Dynasty player.
Armin, you went with Lamar Jackson at 1.9. Feeling good with that value because I think it's up for Lamar in 2026 after Todd Monken got the hell out of Baltimore. Do you feel good with Lamar Jackson? Do you think he bounces back in 2026 from the injuries?
I think so. Actually, already got sniped. I wanted JSN here, but Lamar Jackson. I took him in a lot of leagues last year, but I didn't let that sour taste in my mouth stop me from picking him here. I think it's great value. I saw Jaden Daniels go. I saw Joe Burrow go. would have taken Jackson above both of those guys. So I felt pretty good. I thought about taking Gibbs for a second, and now, knowing what we know, that would have been nice. But happy with Jackson either way.
And that's the great transition because Big Dog Mike, Jahmyr Gibbs at 110 after seeing David Montgomery get
That was
traded
before the
off.
day.
I'm telling you.
It was.
Tell me about it. I know you feeling way better about this pick right now at 110.
Yeah, I didn't expect it, and I still felt good about it, right? I didn't expect David Montgomery to want out of Detroit. Sorry, Ben. Sorry for your loss. You're losing your offensive line. You're losing running backs.
The window's
probably
closed.
not making the playoffs again. Yeah, the window is
You lost Ben Johnson.
One
Lions
closes,
low-
Can somebody kick Addi?
The Lions low key suck.
when one
That's
window
Rich coming from the
closes,
Saints
my
fan.
window opens.
I cannot. Yeah,
We're building. We're not falling.
Oh,
that is hilarious. So with Jahmyr Gibbs, I think he has the potential to be the RB1, right, in 2026. I think he can give Bijan a run for his money. I mean, also got to see some these other guys will probably have something to say about that. But I'm liking the trajectory with Jahmyr Gibbs and what we could potentially see. Hell, could we see 2 Thou Wow from Gibbs this year, all purpose?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's definitely in the cards. Although that offensive line ain't too good.
I'm on the new
You
know what, boys?
Sign someone.
The draft is going to be friendly to us. We're just going to build our whole line in the draft. We'll be fine.
Okay. Armin, what were you saying?
Well, I was saying I think they're gonna sign somebody. They don't go
Yes.
just back
Or draft. Yes.
Yeah.
Crispy says
We got a lot of holes, by the way, Armin. So that defense is also looking pretty porous.
Your cornerback one is about to go to jail.
Quarterback one is about to go to jail. We're literally missing the no-fly zone with Brian Branch and Joseph Kirby. It's bad vibes in Detroit right now.
It's bad juju. Y'all
That dog
can't-
agrees.
Yeah.
Addi is the
Who's in my house?
ballingest nowhere.
Hey, appreciate it, card man. Hey, question. So we're all Dynasty guys. What this draft class is going to scare you off Gibbs, if any of them?
None. Not a single.
None.
Who in this draft class, you said?
Yeah. They got Emmett Johnson in this draft class. You worried about that at all?
Oh no!
Oh, no. They're not going to take Emmett Johnson.
I'd be worried.
Because
I
They
will say
probably
was disrespectful.
I mean, it's not like they're gonna get Jeremiah Love.
No.
Like any of these guys.
no, that's what I had to do. But
The beauty
no,
about
they're going to go for Jonah
Jahmyr
Coleman
Gibbs-
or Nick Katron Allen.
I would
I'll
love
say
those
that-
guys in that.
That's a good move.
beau-
I like that.
The beautiful
Or Mike
thing
Washington.
about Jahmyr Gibbs is that he doesn't take a lot of touches for him to score a ton of fantasy points. And the more touches he gets, the less confident I get about him making through the whole season. I mean, he's been relatively healthy, but I do not want to give a guy that size CMC level touches.
Exactly
He was the
what Mike Rob
RB1
said.
splitting carries with David Montgomery through 17 weeks of football. So he was the
Right.
fantasy
People
RB1,
that,
right? So
people that are talking about Gibbs like increasing in value, I'm like screaming like, no, hopefully he's about the same. It's about the same amount.
Crispy
of
over here, Seal Baki.
Crispy,
Fuck
shut
you,
up.
man. Come on. Goddamn Crispy.
I'll retiring if that happens. I'll never play fantasy football again.
You're gonna put it away behind for him. Relax.
That's I cannot. No, with looking at the rest of round one, Chev, you're not here, but you went Trey McBride. Once again, it is 0.75 tight end premium.
No, it's
So I
1.0.
think-
It's full
It's
point.
1.0. Is even better. 1.0 so it's two points per reception for a tight end. Not mad at that. Trey McBride at the late first. And then we got Ben with Ashton Genty to end out the first round to go with Jeremiah Love at the turnaround. Talk to us about that move, my G.
I know that these are the picks that Rocco wants to just tear apart. I'm ready to just defend the hell out of these picks because let me set the scene for you guys, right? This is Saturday afternoon. I'm cleaning my house. I'm mopping, getting ready for some people to come over. And I'm excited to make my pick because I am just in. You know what? Since Chev is not here, I have to be able to adopt the cement aisle. No, I shouldn't do that. But I was extremely excited to take Ashton Genty at the 112 and then back to back take Jeremiah Love at the 201 because just like we talked about earlier, it's 0.25 points per carry. And just like I said, as far as the amount of carries that they can get, 300 carries equates to 75 points. These guys are going to be in workhorse running backs moving forward, in my mind. Genty has that running back room locked up for the next 5 years. And as far as Jeremiah Love, he's going to enter in a better situation than what Ashton Genty entered into. And honestly, I know that somebody was pissed when I took that pick in Ashton Genty because Chev texted me and said, "You bastard." He was absolutely coming back around with Ashton Genty if I didn't take him. So I love the fact that I'm able to just basically lock up a whole positional advantage for years moving forward. And now I'm going to build around that, right? Because I'm going to talk to you guys about a little bit of the risk that I took later on in the draft. But give me Jeremiah Love and Ashton Genty. I feel great about that running back room.
John says, watching Nicholas Singleton huddle highlights on 24/7 at work. And now he's going to be on my roster in every league possible. Hey,
hell yeah,
buy
John.
the dip.
Hell yeah, John. Buy that dip. Being big and fast matters. Don't listen to
Addi
all these
will do a
film
dance
grinders.
party to that.
Jamie says,
read my article.
Question for all you geniuses. 0.75 tight end premium. Would you trade away Fannin for Olave? I already have Bowers and McBride.
You're getting Olave?
You already have Bowers and McBride. Jesus, Jamie.
You're getting Olave for Fannin? Do it. Do it yesterday.
Yeah,
do it. You had to do that.
I don't know.
I'm with the Fannin side though. If you,
I'm with the
I feel
Fannin
like they
side
get the
too.
same amount of.
And you
I feel like they
start
get
him in
the
your
same
flex.
amount of points in 7.5. Unless you need a wide receiver spot, then fuck it. But like I kind of like the Fannin.
I think
side.
it's two opposite sides of the coin.
I mean, do you trade Bowers or McBride just because you have
You'll
Fannin?
get the most value. You'll get the
Go
most
Dogs!
value
I'm
on
never
that.
trading Bowers. I'm never trading Bowers.
And I don't know if I can live with trading
Trade
McBride away
Bowers.
again.
No, you can't.
I don't know, man. Listen.
Give me Olave easy. I'm on Olave's side.
Yeah, I'm going
Starting-
Olave too.
He's a fucking rocket ship right now.
Wait, all right. So we got Fannin with Ben, Olave with Rocco. Addi, I don't think has said anything, and Armin hasn't said anything yet. So I just
take
hear
a
what
lot.
they have.
I'll take a lot.
We should round it out.
Give me Fannin.
Okay, so Fannin. Give it
3-3?
3-3.
3-3.
Damn.
All right.
So-
All right, chat.
so-
Break the tie.
So Jamie, the obvious answer is just go opposite of what Honcho says and go with Chris Olave. he would tell you to trade Fannin away for Zachariah Branch, and
I thought we was boys, Mike. Now I'm
I'm
gonna have to
a
get on
little-
your ass, man.
I'm selfishly
you're
trading.
already-
It's gonna get hot.
Already back.
I'm selfishly trading away Fannin because I got like 20 shares because I got him when nobody on this panel really was on him, and I got him in all of my leagues. So thank you, everybody.
time.
You weren't my leagues then.
I'll run the fucking clip. Number
We
one in
all
his
love
offense.
Fannin in this chat. I don't
Number
understand.
one in his
My
offense.
brother. We don't look at the positions, man. Look at the points being scored on your roster.
I cannot
He's a fucking sensei. You have to listen to him.
listen.
He is
you
my
gotta listen
sensei,
to-
and that's I should.
He's your boss.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the
Boss.
whole chat said Olave, so thank you, chat. Olave wins. Let's move on.
I cannot. So then we get Chev double dipping with Bowers in the second, followed by I mean, hey, starting off with 2 tight ends, and as y'all see how the rest of the draft went, uh, no wide receiver yet. But I mean, hey, I'm not mad at it with 2 point per reception for tight ends, and then we have Caleb Williams. First off, he's getting picked before Justin Herbert, before Jalen Hurts, before Patrick Mahomes. And before, I guess, but T-Law doesn't makes. If you look at last year, that makes sense. After being the 101, after having the year that he has, and Addi, I know you are a homer, so I'm gonna let you take this one question. Should people be loving them some Caleb Williams right now?
Yeah, don't overthink it. Come on, man. Like, arguably, he should be going in the first round. I like him over a lot of those guys in the first round, Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels included there.
Should
How
have took
many
him over Josh
quarterbacks in the? Yeah, I was thinking about it. I'll be honest. Yeah, I was hoping I could trade back into the late in the first round and get him back there, but no. How many quarterbacks in the NFL can make that throw 40 yards off their back foot and also run 20 miles per hour multiple times throughout a season? It's just not a skill set that exists in a lot of guys. If we're talking about the group that does it, it's Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson, and Caleb Williams. Maybe Josh Allen sometimes. He's getting those points through the goal line rushes, and you aren't going to see that from Caleb as much, but we've just seen the start of that ceiling. Like, Ben can attest this. He's seen the Ben Johnson offense develop. Like, that first year with Jared Goff, it was slow moving, but then it picked up.
Yes,
I ain't mad at it.
absolutely.
Anybody want to rebuttal that anybody else has a take on Caleb
No,
Williams in 2026?
No, he should have been at worst. He should have been a late first.
Yeah.
But the people that were picking in the late first were kind of punting quarterback, which is my strategy as well. So I can understand that. But no. I feel like the people still taking Jaden Daniels are kind of still stuck in like last year's, startup value. But I think Jaden Daniels is going to slide as the offseason goes along, unless Washington does something meaningful as far as surrounding him with talent. I think he's going to keep sliding because he's awesome, but I mean, he's throwing to Terry McLaurin, Debo Samuel, and what he's got,
Hey, they re-signed Treylon Burks.
Yeah. This is the type of bullshit they're doing to this man's career.
Just shitting it down the hole. And if we're looking at it, do we feel even better about Caleb Williams now that DJ Moore has been shipped out of town? It's Luther Burden season. It's Loveland season. I guess it depends on how you feel about Mr. Odunze himself.
Oh, we feel good about Odunze. There's some in the group here that do not feel great, but I know that Addi joins me in saying that Rome Odunze is going to be a wide receiver 1 next year.
He's good at football. He's certainly good at football. All those guys are going to be great. The one thing I won't stand for is the people that are saying that DJ Moore isn't that great, because we've seen him put up quality seasons for Chicago. Even this year, target volume went way down, but his catch percentage stayed about the same. He still was a deep threat. The only difference was DJ Moore took like 20% of every game off this year for the Bears. He'd get that hit and then lay on the ground. They'd get the stretcher out. He'd go in the tunnel, and then he'd walk back out and score that fourth quarter touchdown.
Hey, listen.
Let's get
LeBron
let's
in
get
it.
Armin's point here. What does Armin think about Caleb Williams? He hasn't said anything in like 20 minutes.
What? Oh man, I'm just listening to all the experts here, but
Put him on the spot.
I agree. I think Caleb Williams is just the start. Like he showed, he was a little slow to start off last season, but man, he really got it rocking, and like it's just gonna wheels up from here. I think that DJ Moore trade was like super interesting because you kind of lost your one of your prime target. Well, not really a prime target, but he becomes wide receiver 1 in Buffalo, and Caleb Williams is unaffected, and just everyone else just gets elevated. It's one of those trades where everybody really won, so that's pretty cool to see. I mean, I got sniped two rounds in a row. I was gonna pick him here too. It's like shit. This is a good group we got.
Just want to thank everybody for greasing my pick there, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, for real.
You're right. You're welcome. And I think that's a wonderful transition. Armin,
Giant Mike had a wonderful start.
You took Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I mean,
I feel like that's
motherfucker.
Amon-Ra. I was aligned with the thoughts on the Lions going down next year. They're going to be playing a lot of catch up and peppering St. Brown with a lot of targets. I think I have him in a lot of leagues too. So I'm kind of one of those guys that consolidates rather than diversify. Amon-Ra's just been a solid for me ever since he came into the league. So
agreed. And then we went on a wide receiver run, if you will, with a Rocco going Justin Jefferson, Gino going CeeDee Lamb. I was hoping he got back to me, and our boy Jarrett going Malik Neighbors at the 207. In that line, I feel like Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb is a good value this year just because those were 2 first-round wide receivers that you can now get in the mid-second. Love that for one, if you're in that good middle part of the startup draft. I think that's good value that you're going to get with players. And I think that's a good question, and Jamie, we'll get to you. Have y'all noticed this year that, like, what position have you liked more having this year? In the beginning of the draft, middle of the draft, or towards that end where you could pick better, where you felt like you got the best value of players? I'll let you hit this one, Addi.
Damn, man. I need some time to think. So I've hit 3 best ball drafts so far this year, outside of a couple sleeper ones. And I've hit like both of the tail ends a bunch. I feel like when I end up at like the front of the draft, I'm ending up with like the highest testosterone lineup in the universe. And when I'm at the end of the draft, I have the lowest one I could, like no running backs. I don't know. Like, I feel like the middle of the draft board might actually be the valuable spot this year, which feels weird because I'm always an at the turn guy.
How about you, Big Mike?
I like the wide receiver position, the value at the wide receiver position that we had in this draft. To be honest with you, you got back to Addi, we had Zay Flowers in the 7th round. You had Devontae in the 7th round. You had guys like Denzel Boston in the 11th, Jalen Coker in the 12th. Like, the value at wide receiver kept dropping a little bit just because of the running back points. But yeah, I like the wide receiver position in this draft.
Oh yeah. Ben, what about you?
So, funny enough, in this draft, right, I went 2 running backs to start, but typically I like to go wide receiver, especially if we start 3 wide receiver. Hitting that early and then punting quarterback, you end up getting, and we talked about it actually in the most recent Gambit episode, about how you end up getting, I ended up getting a wide receiver 1, tight end 1 in that draft, and then was able to get Bo Nix in the 3rd. And so, to me, I think you end up benefiting more really playing to the strength, like Mike said, of getting wide receiver, where there's a lot more to be able to be had in the first part of the draft. That's honestly why I like drafting at the turns. Kind of a little bit of counterpoint to what Addi said. To me, I like being able to be forced to take a different position other than quarterback, because I can always punt that position later and end up getting some pretty good value quarterbacks later.
I'm also seeing DJ Moore at the 12-9 by Armin. It's fucking insane right now.
I know.
Yeah, that's going to feel nice in hindsight.
After that trade went down, I looked, I was like, I know I picked him up in a lot of leagues and more. I got him 12 here. I got him in the 11th round in another investment. So, man.
Yeah. And we're going to talk more about this draft in a quick moment. We're going to cut to a quick break from our good friend and from actually the one and the only right here, League Champ. where you could win a free NFL jersey. And you know what, Addy? I'll let you actually send us into a quick break. Tell us about what's going on with League Champ in the interim.
Oh yeah. I'll try and bring some energy for once on this show. But no, we're doing some cool stuff in League Champ. We are running draft competitions, a fantasy draft one as well as a first round mock up. Run those contests. We're giving away free jerseys, and it's not just limited to NFL. If your favorite draft player is going on that squad, you want that Caleb Downs Ohio State jersey, just hit us up. We're still doing that too. But we will be running that all through the off season, and then breaking into some cool stuff with Fourth and Fantasy real shortly after that. So that's coming up.
Hell yeah. And just like that. Okay, Rocco. And just like that, we catch us after this break,
That
and
was
we
something.
got more for you. That was something. You gotta love that beat every single time. Every single time. It just makes you want to move that shoulder. But let's get back to the draft as we look at that pivotal turn, or I would say that third round, fourth round, fifth round, because I believe that is when things really start. You start to really put together your team. Yes, the first and second ones, you're either going. I mean, I like to start typically with a wide receiver in the first 2 rounds, and I might go a quarterback occasionally, but I like a good wide receiver or 2 wide receivers, running back combo. But looking at the start of the third round, we did 3 round reversal. I know some people don't like that shit, aka moi, but nevertheless, we had Mr. Tet McMillan going off at the start. I absolutely love that from Ben. Then we got Devin A Chain from Chev, Hampton from Mike, Bo Nix from Armin, Alave, of course, fan favorite from Rocco, Jonathan Taylor, Dart, James Cook, Prescott, Nico Collins, Mahomes, AJ Brown. Armin, what was your favorite pick from the third round there?
I would say, I mean, I'm a big James Cook guy, but I think that's a good value there. Jonathan Taylor to me that's a really good pick right there. Just that guy's got a lot of success the past few years. He's a top. I think he's always like got the chance to explode. But 3.6. I think the running backs taken before him, like he can end up. I mean, Bijan and Gibbs obviously going to be or running back one, but I think Taylor is always in that conversation, and getting him 3.6 is pretty good value here, especially in a 0.25. I keep forgetting it's 0.25, per carry. They're going to need him next year for sure.
Yeah, no, it's not a 3.5 though, but it kind of hurt me seeing James Cook go off the board because I know I was hoping that he was going to make it around that turnaround.
That one got me too. Shit.
I mean, Ray Rice has enough for his whole squad.
Oh God! Based on Benny's
If the
team,
glove
it
don't
doesn't
fit,
leak
you must
these-
acquit.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, I mean, when you can get a guy that might blow away his career before we even get to game one in the 5th round, you just got to do it.
And then we get into the 4th round, And that's where we start seeing, yes, we had Chev started off with the 2 tight ends, but that's when we see the previous rookie tight ends start go off the board from Mr. Castro, Loveland. I know a couple people were hurt in the chest to see him go off the board. And then you got Tyler Warren. Then you got, the vets come in, Christian McCaffrey. I still think he does warrant a 4th round pick. And then I took, our boy Rocco has been on the Tyler Shook high for the longest now. So I was like, let me go get my QB2 as I took that Prescott in round 3. Purdy comes off the board after me. And then our running back run goes on. For my boy Jared kicking it off with Chase Brown, Bruce Irving, and then Rocco. Why Travion Henderson there, big dog?
What's that?
Why Travion Henderson there?
Because he's fucking awesome. I mean, that dude was doing half. He was getting half the snaps, and he got 10 touchdowns and over 1,000 all-purpose yards. If anything, even changes a little bit. I know you hated on him because he had a bad playoffs, but fantasy football is played in the regular season. So yeah, I thought he was a great value there. He was like by far the best running back to me. A guy that has like almost unlimited upside because he can go 80 yards on one touch at any point in the game, and there's not too many people that can do that. So, and he can catch the ball. He's shown that he can score 3 times in one game. I mean, the sky's the limit. I had him and Scatterboo right there, but the ankle injury and that game breaking speed, broke that tie for me. So. Yeah, I mean, it was an easy pick for me.
Ben, Travion Henderson ends 2026 as RB what?
RB 14. I
Can
think
get behind that.
I feel, everybody's talking about Ramondre is not gone, right? And it's essentially going to probably start out that Ramondre is going to get a 50-50 timeshare with Travion Henderson. But I do think that Travion takes over the backfield as the season goes on. And so I think he is a high-end RB2, possibly low-end RB1.
Hell yeah. And then we got Brees Hall coming off the board at the 409 by Armin. I feel like that's good value at this point where Brees Allen's still nursing. And it looks like he's going to be back with the New York Jets. We don't know who's going to be their quarterback. But I still feel like he has a good asset. He can be a good asset to a fantasy team. Just got to see it, right?
We're talking about Benny winning off court hearings, but Brees Hall is in actual jail with the Jets. I was hoping with my running back picks, you see Kenneth Walker and Travis Etienne. I was hoping all 3 would be in different teams. Unfortunately, Brees Hall's stuck, but this is Dynasty, so I am thinking long term. I think he moves on next year. Hopefully, maybe they trade him. There's still hope for that, but I love Brees Hall as a talent, so that's what I went with there.
Hell yeah,
that's good value though. Honestly, like really for Brees, what the talent that Brees Hall is, that's great value.
At that basically tail end of the 4th, good val. Especially, I'll take him over Kyron Williams any day if I'm 100%. Being quite honest with you. And then we have Garrett Wilson come off the board from our guy Big Mike. Always believe in Garrett Wilson. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is; he's going to produce for your fantasy team when he's healthy, right? We need him on the field to do that. But I still think he's a bona fide wide receiver 1, and unfortunately, he did sign a contract with the Jets. So, as I heard of today, they're looking at Carson Wentz as their quarterback. That doesn't make me feel sexy about in 2026, if I'm being quite honest. But
didn't Wentz feed JJ or Justin Jefferson more than JJ McCarthy did when he played for the Vikings?
I mean, an astronaut fed him more than JJ did. A literal astrophysicist got him the ball more than JJ did last year. But I'm fucking stuck in take lock land. Fuck Kyler Murray. His little ass ain't getting on the field. He better go play baseball because It's over for him.
For anyone not
Duh.
following along, Rocco has been yelling at himself in the chat for like a good 10 minutes.
You guys hear about the new Kyler Murray destination he's been floating out there?
The Oakland A's.
I have heard that one, but Indianapolis Colts.
Whoa,
That would be a good spot for him.
that dude.
That's the facial expression I made.
I actually
the
like
whole
that
chat
the
here.
most.
That's what I was saying. Isn't
Hey,
that
look how good a team him and James Conner made. So put him and Jonathan Taylor, and let's see some magic happen.
Would not be
Send
upset
dimes
about
to the
that.
Shadowlands realm.
I would not be upset about that, y'all. Now, what? And appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. Know it's late. But have people tap in. Appreciate everybody. Looking at the interesting part, which got me, was this about turnaround. We had Rasheed Rice come off the board, Carnell Tate, Makai Lemon, T. Higgins. BTJ is the interesting name because there's been noise about him being moved out of Jacksonville. And then we have Marvin Harrison Jr. I feel like that's a little early for him in the fifth, but hey, if that's your guy, that's your guy. Honestly, I love Carnell Tate at the fifth round, that 5'3", and I think he's going to be a dog nevertheless. Looking at the rest of the draft, Ben, who do you feel like had the overall best draft?
He's just gonna gloat about this because I know that's who he is as a
fucking know who had the
person.
best draft.
Fucking Rocco, JSN, Justin Jefferson, Chris Olave. I mean, to start with that 3 wide receiver start in a 3 wide receiver league, I hate to be giving them the props, but he did own that early part of the draft.
Damn, Rocco, that's 1 point to you, big dog. So we gotta see how the rest. Ben, I already said Ben. My bad.
And go again.
I was looking at Mike when I said.
No, it's Addi's turn. I'm Colin holding him.
I was looking at Mike. I was looking at Mike when I said it. Mike, who do you think had the best draft?
This is tough. I don't want to say Rocco as a cop-out answer again because to be honest, the way you started out was great. I also like yours, Honcho, with Chase, Pickens, Prescott. Whether I am a fan of Prescott or not, he's fantasy gold. And then you got Derrick Henry and Josh Jacobs, all reliable at the running back position. To at least a win now situation, I think you have the best lineup right now.
That's how I feel too. So glad to hear it. Armin, who do you think had the best draft?
I'm gonna zag where everyone's thinking. I like Addi's draft. I think
The felons.
sounds a rock. I like Justin Herbert, especially with McDaniels coming in. I think that offense is just gonna explode, and Herbert's gonna get back to that conversation of QB1. And then Nico Collins, Luther Burden, those are great, especially with the DJ Moore trade. I think Burden is to the moon, and CMC. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt, but if he's got one more year left in him of elite production, then man, that's such a good top 5.
Addi, who do you think had the best draft?
Well, I'm going to keep y'all on the edge because I'm going to start by saying I absolutely love Armin's team. And then his end got a little bit too tight about midway through that draft when he went on auto.
We drafted 4 tight ends in a row.
Yeah, can't get behind that Kincaid, Strange, Johnson, Barner stretch, but the rest of that team is fucking nasty. And similarly, I absolutely love Mike's team until you get to Kyle Monungai in the 8th and Rico Dowdle in the 9th, Mark Andrews in the 10th, and Travis Hunter in the 12th. It's like, I don't know what's going on in Philly, but maybe it got real cold or something. Hands shaking on the freaking phone or some shit like that. Give me Huncho's team.
Hey, I'll take it.
Better watch
Rock.
out. The giant might be coming for you.
Rocco, not Rocco. Addi's been on my shit list since the recording situation. So,
Dude, man, y'all were getting on my case for not making picks in a timely manner. So I queued up a bunch of tight ends because I was like, I don't have any tight ends. Let me queue these guys up so I can pick quickly. It was never meant to be auto. But it's funny. Story is that I was actually meeting Matthew Berry, shaking hands with him. And then right after our conversation was done, I checked the draft, and there goes all 4 tight ends. I'm like, I'm glad I didn't want to show him my current draft. So,
Hey, he would have said, "What type of time you on right now?" That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Just show the party in the front, or the business in the front, and however that goes.
Party-
The
party in the
horse
back.
is half
Party
well
back.
drawn. That's what your draft looks like.
Rocco, who was your favorite team
Oh man, you mean besides my own? I think
besides your own?
it's pretty nice. I'd probably have to go with. I don't want to pump him up because somebody already picked him, but I couldn't, in good conscience, pick any of these other teams. They have some great starts, like Mike with Hampton and Gibbs and Caleb Williams, but then he took a jet. Tate I like. Tuesday, I mean, it's well known how I feel about Tuesday, and then the Dick Hammer himself. I love to pick Chev. I love the 2 tight end in 2-point tight end premium. The running backs are awesome. They're talking about HA may be on the trade block, so that's pretty interesting. Kyron Williams, he's not pretty, but he's going to score points. You know how I feel about Scatterboo. But then you look, he's putting a lot of trust in Fernando Mendoza. And
Because they took Cam Ward.
He took Gatson, and he probably should have went a different direction, even with the 2-point tight end premium, because his starting receivers are Mike Washington. Who's the guy with the? Is Malik Washington?
Malik
Washington. Okay, and fucking Xavier Worthy. Everybody knows
Mike Washington.
And like, I don't care how much you like Malik Washington. If you love him, pick him in the fucking 20th round. Like, he'll be there. He might make it to fucking waivers. There's no return yardage for any of this. So, yeah, that's what fucked me clean up. I wanted to pick Benny's, but
nobody's picking.
He started with a Raider, then a possible Tennessee Titan, and then a Panda, and then his QB1 is Jordan Love. Like, Ray Rice. I mean, the comment section knows what's up with Ray Rice. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk about everybody's team. Huncho has a great team, but it's gonna age out in like a year or two. So hopefully you have some backup options there. But it's got to be my guy, Addi the Nard Dog. Those two quarterbacks. Like, I'm fading quarterback, but having those 2 guys to start off with. And then I love the receivers, Collins, Burden, Ibuka, Flowers, even Metcalf's candy-eating ass. So CMC, you already traded. You got fucking Puka back. I mean, yeah, that's pretty.
He's going to give us the whole league history.
Let's talk about the trade right now. Like, I think we feel like we've danced around a lot. Let's talk about the trade, because I feel like that changes the draft.
What was the trade?
I can
Puka for Josh Allen plus.
It was quite a bit more than that.
It was
plus.
I mean, to be fair, in my opinion, Addi won the trade. But let's see here.
So here's what we got for the trade.
Oh, here we go. All right. And I'm glad you got rid of Ibuka, because I feel like that you got to sell now.
I'm scared to be rid of him. Are you not afraid of getting rid of Ibuka at this point in his career? Like, we've seen a blow up. Like, how many receivers have started their career with 600 yards in their first 8 games? That's like a short list.
Time to sell. You would have got 10 in the first for Ibuka.
Ooh,
Chef's
that's
kiss.
pretty nice.
Chef's
But-
kiss.
Let's talk about this. So Josh Allen,
Yeah.
Emeka Egbuka, Christian McCaffrey, Jake Ferguson for Puka Nakua, Trevor Lawrence, RJ Harvey, Brenton Strange, Nick Singleton, a 2027 third and 2027 fourth.
Yeah. Chat, let me know how you feel here. I'm still on the edge on this one. I love a big trade. You guys have been in leagues with me. You know I'm a fan of the full team swap, so this is pretty in my domain. I like getting into these combos and getting the train so convoluted that you don't know who won by the end of it. So that's how I'm feeling already. But like, I don't know. I look at it from the perspective of Josh Allen's beating out Trevor Lawrence. Like he's getting the better side on that one. RJ Harvey, CMC, like, trust me, I'd rather have CMC right now, but in a couple of years, I like this league. I want to stay in it, so I'm expecting RJ Harvey to be a big part of that offense. Puka Nakua versus Emeka Egbuka is not very close. Puka could be the wide receiver one for the next 3 years. Like, no one here would be surprised if that's the case. And Brenton Strange and Jake Ferguson, I don't know. That's a fucking toss-up. Who cares?
Brenton Strange.
No,
And I like Strange more. Like, you know I like getting in a little Strange.
We all like a little strange, a little hokey pokey. Now,
Indeed.
if we are looking at who do we feel like is undervalued in these startup drafts so far? Honestly, I
You
feel
saying
like
who has the worst draft, or are you talking about an individual?
No, he's talking
player?
about.
Not even.
We
that's
knew
not
you
even
were waiting for
remotely
this
what he
one,
fucking.
but no.
Rocco's been too busy fucking having tea time with the queen, fucking stirring his tea every goddamn 5 seconds. Yes.
It's coffee. I'm trying to stay awake. It's late.
All I hear is
Rocco's like, it's been like 1 minute since I talked shit on another ball club, man. Like, can I get back after it?
Listening to the fucking teacup every goddamn 5 seconds.
bruh, y'all are hilarious, yo. No,
Like, you doing a weekend with me and Rocco must have been rough for you.
It was hard. Yeah. Especially when I wanted to go to practice and you guys wanted to have a fucking full-on breakfast for fucking 10 hours. I was like, yeah, we got to get to practice. You're like, wait a
I
minute.
can't control how fast the waiter's moving. Like, I don't know how things work in Philly, but
They tell us to get the fuck out.
Armin, hit us with your favorite value pick because I think I know which one it is.
Oh man, I mean, Mike pointed out earlier, DJ Moore at the 12. That's not going to happen anymore.
for sure.
But let's see if I'm looking at the board here. What else do I like? I mean, I have Montgomery too. I mean Montgomery not as much, but let's see. Damn, putting me on the
Could
spot.
be the
And
RB1 in Houston.
Where did Montgomery go? I feel like
11
that's
in
Brown
ours.
as well.
a great pick.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
12-11. He could be the RB1 in Houston.
That's a great pick by Chev.
Trying to look down here. I'm going long shot here. I think at the 15-9 Huncho, picking Trey Harris. I'm just a big believer in that offense. Trey Harris, we didn't get to see much of him last year, but he's young. Keenan Allen, they're probably not. I don't know if anyone's heard anything, but I don't think they're going to get him back. Trey Harris is going to eat in that offense next year. That's what I'm going with.
Weirdly, one of my favorite value picks is in that same round from Rocco, getting Chris Godwin, where Mike Evans is about to be out of town. Chris Godwin and he's about another year off from the injury. Chris Godwin could be a underrated value move, especially with a new offensive coordinator. You just never know. Are we off Chris Godwin? Are we holding Chris Godwin? Or we're just meh? What are you saying,
I'm
Mike?
in.
Man,
I'm holding him at this point. Mostly because of meh. You know what I mean? Like, what am I getting for him? He's probably going to be well enough where he could put him in a flex and maybe get 10 points out of him. So he's like a hold and a meh at the same time.
No.
Holding him at, and then Mike Evans is likely gone. So, I mean, I feel like that's the benefit right there that maybe pushes him to being at least probably in your lineups every week.
Rocco, help Mike Robb out here. With players like Algier and Rashad White how are we valuing them before their landing spots? You thinking good outcomes and trade for now, or maybe still have a chance after signing?
Um, Now's not the time to trade for these guys. You should have traded for them already. I've aggressively had Algier thrown into trades as like a sweetener, like instead of taking a third round pick, just throwing that Algier, Rashad White, the same, but I'm not quite as in on Rashad White. I like his 3-down skill set, but like I don't know, he's just not. I mean, I'm sure he can be like a serviceable guy. He's just not exciting. He's got a 3-down skill set. I know Addi likes him a lot, but
Hey, stop
it
talking
just feels
crap
like
about
you
Tevin
should.
Coleman.
What's that?
Stop talking shit about Tevin Coleman. Sorry, I misspoke. Rashad White.
Yeah,
So
Tevin Coleman could take it to the house. Like Kevin Coleman had some jets on him. Nobody would confuse Tevin Coleman with Rashad White as far as like when they're in open space and run into the, I mean, because we never seen Rashad White do it, so I don't know if it's even possible. I don't know if he could go 50 yards if he's playing with his kids at the fucking park.
What?
what?
I don't know where he's going with that, but I agree with you. He had him break one. Like, one guy I want to call out in this talk, like Benny is the king of the sleeper players in this draft. Like Blake Corum, Trey Benson, Benson Ott, like Ollie Gordon, Braylon Allen. That's like every like player that got washed out of this past season. And half of them are going to have value next year. You got to think, right?
Always take the bet on a year 2 riser. And that's the thing. Like, that's the hype you got to build. Like, here's the thing. And we're not going to just get talk about year 2, but like, I'm going to take the guys who have high upside and I went productive struggle in this draft, right? I'm not hoping to win it this year, but Dynasty Daddy said I won the draft. But here's the thing, guys. Like I said,
none of these daddies.
I went
did.
productive struggle. I'm building for the future.
Pause.
I know I'm not going to win this year, but you know what? I've got multiple dynasties coming.
If we all
Ben was
go
on a
for
whole
me.
soliloquy, and Rocco's just throwing out random comments.
And you're running to those championships slower than Rashad White on a breakaway.
I'm telling you, hey, I feel like
Can you
some
see
of
I'm
these
not
guys,
already healing from the Lions sucking?
it might
It's
be
over,
back to
man.
them bad days.
It's over.
It might be really.
I mean,
really
we can't
back to
all
them
be
bad days.
champions. I mean, that's Arbin and his
Yeah.
squad.
But no, as we are coming on an hour, and damn near, if you're on the East Coast past midnight, appreciate you all for tuning in with all these good fellas on this pod, getting everyone together, and we for sure got to do it more often, man. But I'll let everyone have their one takeaway as we head out, starting with you, Armin. What did you learn from this draft, and how do you think you're going to do in this upcoming season?
I mean, the one thing I learned, this was my first dynasty draft, like pre NFL draft. So I learned to probably look at rookies. There's definitely like Nick Singleton. I think there is great value. I would have picked him had I done my research prior, but I think my team is going to be okay. I mean, minus that tight end run. I made up for a little bit trading away Brendan Strange, but yeah, like great experience. Thanks for convincing me to join. I was hesitant at first, but I was like, man, I got to do it with the quality peeps in the league. I got to be part of this. So thanks for letting me in.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm excited. I think my team's got a good mix of compete now plus youth. We'll see how it goes.
Glad to have you, man. Mike, how about yourself? How do you think? What do you think you're going to do this season? And did you learn anything from this startup for 2026?
I think I'm going to be a playoff team. I think that's what my team's going to do. I can see that. I think Rocco is discounting what Kyle Monungai and Rico Dwaddle could do, especially. I think Rico's about to get paid, right? He's a free agent too.
Yes.
Right?
We'll see.
If I'm not mistaken. So I like that. I do believe that the quarterback, the value on quarterback too is something that we didn't really talk about. Like Patrick Mahomes in the back into the third round just feels like great value. So that's something I learned, is that Patrick Mahomes might be a buy at this point. Because like we're gonna say, like, yeah, he might not be a top 5 fantasy quarterback anymore, but top 12, he's the best quarterback in the league. So there's still value there. So I think that is what I learned, is that quarterback prices are still kind of down, especially Patrick Mahomes.
How about you, Addy? What do you think you're going to do this season? And did you learn anything about 2026 from this startup draft?
I mean, the biggest thing I'd say is stay in water, man. Like, I hate to go meta on this because, like, I think the takeaways that we've gotten so far are probably more actionable than just staying water. But, like, when you're in a draft with sharp people, like, your strategy gets blown up really quick. Trust me, I wanted to trade up to get that Caleb Williams pick. I wanted to trade up and get a running back there. Like, that's not what happened. I ended up with Herbert. I love my team still. You got to be able to make that still work and then find a way to get the draft to come to you later in the board. So even if it's not the build that you want it to be, get to the point where you're comfortable and then go from there. Oh, and I think I'm going to be a playoff team. I think I'm going to be beating Mike in the playoffs specifically. I'm going to try and work that out.
Again?
Off the double doink.
Yeah. I'll see you there first.
Crispy said Rocco and Chev got the most value but least balanced teams. Rocco's running backs are Hendo and a prayer.
Oh, dang, right.
I literally heard today that Alvin Kamara restructured to retire, and I wanted to die at that particular moment in time. But I got trade assets.
That shit made me laugh. I cannot.
Running back.
Jamie says, I literally just watched the movie a couple days ago and got some nice titty shots to keep my watch. What? What's going on in the comments? What?
I planted a seed, and there goes Jamie growing.
I cannot. Rocco, tell us about your team. What do you think you're about to do? You think you're going to contend? And did you learn anything about 2026 from the startup?
I have no idea if I'm going to contend. I don't really know until we get into the season. I like it on paper. I think I got a lot of assets that I can move. For the running back that Crispy said I don't have, I don't foresee any problems getting running back from somebody at some point whenever I need one. I mean, somebody can get injured, and one of those backups is, a league winner, so that it doesn't really matter to me as far as that goes. The thing I did learn that I did set out to do, that I've been doing in mock drafts, is to wait on quarterback, because I wanted to get like Studley at the other positions, and the other positions just happened to be wide receiver. It hurt my soul when Armin took Sun God right in front of me, but I figured that was what he was going to do. So, Justin Jefferson in the second is, he's a top 8 pick for like years before this year. So that's what I learned, that I really like the way my team come out by fading quarterback. And the other thing I learned is I learned just a little bit more about who you guys like, because you're most honest when you make your draft selections. So, I know that Addi really likes Herbert. I've seen him take him in multiple mocks and in this real draft. I learned a little bit about everybody's strategy. I learned that Ben is like kind of YOLO out there. But, I like it too, because all of those guys have so much upside. So if they hit, you don't even need all of them to hit. If some of them hit, it could be, huge. So, that's just another piece of information. But that's what I kind of took from this draft. And it's just fun to draft, this early. It's not all of the ADP is locked in. So you can just kind of, set your own ADP at this point and find those values that you wouldn't find a couple months from now.
Yeah, I think drafting at this point of the offseason is you're using more projection based and seeing where you think guys are going to end up, and especially when you have rookies in the startup draft, you still don't know where they land up. I think you're just hoping that they land in a good situation, and if they don't, well, that can quickly go left for you. But Ben, how do you feel about your team, and what did you learn anything from this startup draft for 2026?
Few things, right? So I'm going to show off a couple guys from my studio. Here's Mr. Blake Corum from his Michigan days. And while Rocco may believe that I am a Blake hater, I did give back to my love for Blake Corum and what he did for this school of the University of Michigan. As far as saying goodbye to Mr. David Montgomery, I have to give him a solid salute in this podcast. Because here's the thing, guys. While he may be gone, he lives forever as a Detroit Lion in my heart. And the one thing that I learned from this draft, kind of piggyback off Rocco, right? I feel like we have this whole episode where we're going back and forth defending our own picks and critiquing, but at the end of the day, we're drafting because we believe in these guys, right? And I do believe that at some point Jeremiah Love is going to be in that conversation with Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson. And we made the picks we made because we believe in our dudes. And I loved each and every way that you guys drafted. But, we all had something different. And honestly, I thought this draft was awesome. I'm looking forward to more startups with you guys. And, definitely something that 2026, just stick with your guys.
Hell yeah. And lastly for me, I say I feel really good. It's actually one of my favorite drafts that I've did just because of it was a bit of a different strategy. Once again, I didn't go CD Lamb for my first pick, and that just let me have different options in the second round and third round. And just looking forth, I went and I typically don't double back to get my two quarterbacks this early. I typically go get my first one and then wait a couple rounds. But I didn't think Tyler Shipp was going to last until the fifth, and I was right because he was going to come off a few picks after me. So I think from Euroballer, Jared in our Discord, shout out to him, one of the things that he said was he felt the difference in the people that he was drafting against. Like, it's hard when you're in a draft with people who know what they're doing, and they're not just regular Joe Schmoes. It does make it more challenging because it's not like you can sneak a player, right? You're going to get sniped, and you need to be able to pivot very quickly to be able to see, and you'll know if you're able to contend or not. Some people go full on rookie, some people go more on the production side. Some people have a good balance. So I think it's fun to see how everybody builds out their roster, because I never think there just is one way to win. I think there's different ways, and figuring out what's best suits you to get to a championship. I always say this: getting the regular season is skill. Getting to a championship is sometimes just luck. Sometimes you can have the best squad and your players just shit the bed 1 week, and now you're out the playoffs. So, and that's just Dynasty, and that's fantasy football. But it was a very fun doing a startup with these fellas here, and even the ones that weren't able to make it on video. This very much tests your strategy, tests your mindset of how you're able to select. So, wake up, Addi. So, no, thank you all for joining. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in tonight. This is very much fun. We definitely got to have all these good fellas back on the pod, especially in season when we're doing our morning rush show. I think this would be fun to have a good startup. But thank you, everybody. I'll let everyone plug themselves before we get up out of here. Ben, since we started with you last, let the folks know where they can catch you at and what you're up to.
Yeah, so, man, obviously you guys can catch me with Dynasty Gambit and the Devi Dojo. Been writing with my Substack on there with the Devi Dojo for a little bit now. And as the co-founder of the Dynasty Gambit, we're still doing really big things. Austin is really carrying the show, and I've been hopping on as a guest every now and then. And honestly, guys, like as far as my personal stuff, injuries are what I do. It is what I love to really dig into. So if you have any questions on anything, definitely check out the last episode with Fourth and Fantasy and me. But I would love to hang out, check out with you guys. Just ask me questions on anything that you need. Have any questions on, and I look forward to the 2026 season.
Fuck yeah, Rocco. Do you actually? I'll save us for the last since it's basically, our show. But
It's actually a
Armin,
simulcast.
it's not my class. But Armin, how about yourself? What's the plug for you?
Thanks for having me again. It's Armin here with FanCred. FanCred is here to make your online league experience just overall better. We got league matchmaking. We handle your league dues. And right now I'm working on the fantasy credibility part, which is the heart of FanCred. You guys are great, knowledgeable fantasy players, but you got no card to show it. And that's why I'm trying to bring to light who are the quality players, so you just know you're going to get into a league with good people, right? Like I like to say, we're going to be the Airbnb for fantasy sports, where you're not checking into a 2-story house, you're not checking into a 2-story league. And I can honestly say this league would definitely be a 5-star league. So that's what we got going on. We'll be at the Fantasy Football Expo in Canton this July. So hoping to see some of you guys out there. A lot of big things for FanCred coming up.
Love to hear it. And we've already on the Fourth and Fantasy side have switched some of our leagues over to FanCred already. I am a fan. I love the platform. I like how it looks way better than that other boohoo money management site we're talking about.
Won't even be mentioned. They get no free plugs.
No free plugs out here. Big Mike, what do you have for us? Where can the people find you?
You can find me on X at Dynasty Dog Mike. I am one half of the Dynasty Dogs podcast, brought to you by the double FU for you. That is the fantasy football universe. We've been a little slow putting out content recently just because of personal lives getting in the way. Goddamn, I hate when that happens. But, we'll be back to it at some point soon. Rich and I, him and I have known each other since the 3rd grade. So we have a good back and forth when it comes to that. But, yeah, that's basically about it. I keep it short and sweet. I'm sure Addi's got a lot to say, so I'm going to let him go next.
Oh, damn. You're going to be disappointed. I don't have that much to say. Well, I'm Addi. You can find me on Duck League Champ or at 2 Guys 1 Pod FF on most of the social medias. We're doing all sorts of stuff at League Champ, but you hear about it all the time because the Fourth and Fantasy crew is family with us, so we're always getting that from them. They're putting out that fire content all the time. I'm bringing out my props. I got too many of them. That one wasn't good?
What are you, fucking Carrot Top? What the fuck is this?
Okay, whatever.
You got you with your props, and then you got Ben up there who just turned into like an evil Marvel character. He's been playing with his beard the whole time, standing like this.
He does give off a little bit of Magneto energy. I will give you that much.
No, I am shooting for.
I got a story to tell you, but go ahead, Addi. You first.
I'll wrap up. I mean, League Champ's doing big stuff. We'll be at the expo. We got the front and center booth number 3, so you'll be seeing us there. We'll be doing some giveaways throughout the off season. We got some cool stuff coming up real soon. So just keeping that in mind. And I don't know. I forget how Chev normally ends the podcast. Circle back.
And Rocco, you already know. You know how we ride in Big Dog, but let the people know what's up for the night.
I'm gonna let you know 1 second. You just reminded me of something when you mentioned Ben over there. A guy Rhino, he just did a podcast with us. We try to help him rebuild and make a championship team. He slid into my DM after he saw the iced up episode, and he's like, "Damn, that Ben, that's a big dude, huh?" It's like, huh? And he's like,
I'll give you a secret. I'm not.
That dude should be somebody's bodyguard. Like, I'm a Marine, and I wouldn't want to be in an alley with that guy. And I said,
Dude,
yeah.
Ron could take me.
That
That's the thing.
I said, that camera
I'm only
angle is doing
5'7",
a lot of
Ron.
work.
It's fun.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have laughed at that.
You know what, Mike? Get
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
here with your
yeah.
6'7"
Yeah,
ass.
Look at where Mike's sitting. Mike's 25 feet away from his camera, guys. Come on now.
Yeah. Don't cancel.
I do have to
don't
do
cancel
this
Michael
for
Rat-
FSAN,
yeah,
though.
Yeah.
The
Please.
rookie guide for
Please.
2026 drops March 9th on Monday. Please reach out to me. Go to fsan.shop. Get the rookie guide that Dustin, Chris, and I have worked on at the Debbie Dojo because I did not plug that, and that shit is the big stuff right there. If you want to know the deepest on the rookies in 2026, it is going to be in the FSAN rookie guide between the three of us and some more putting out. So definitely check it out. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no,
only
that was-
It's only $10, so that's super cheap for all the great content you're going to get in that rookie guide. I know, send me my copy as soon as it drops. I got $10 for you with all this, fantasy football money. Can I send it to you via that other payment app? Because I got so much money in that one. I need to convert that to the rookie guide. Humble brag. But we. This was fantastic, man. I don't know how many simulcasts we're doing right now, but it has to be a record for us. And thank you for everybody for coming on. This has been fun. This has been exciting. We have to do this, a little bit earlier next time, but I'm glad everybody came on. I'm pounding coffees over here. But yeah, follow us on Twitter. Fourth and Fantasy at Fourth and Fantasy, Fourth and Fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Join the Discord. We'll have that in the descriptor of this video. Follow, like, share, and subscribe. The YouTube channel. But if you fuck with us, get in the Discord. That's where we communicate most directly with everybody in our community.
And once again, shout out to everybody. This has been an absolutely wonderful episode. Once again, you already know it. We're your fantasy playbook to more championship wins. And Rocco, where with we the land of?
We are a fantasy football podcast for Dynasty Sickos by Dynasty Sickos. Wake up everybody in the house.
Wake their ass up and tell them to get it going. Y'all having one amazing night wherever you're viewing us, how you're viewing us, whether you're in the bed, on the toilet. I hope you have a good rest of your day and night. Till next time, this is League Champ as we head out.